Fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment has come. Part 7. The court was seated and the books were open. Daniel 7 verse 10. The earthly sanctuary consisted of 2 apartments, that is the holy place and the most holy place. The priest ministered throughout the year in the holy place, carrying the blood of animals offered on behalf of penitent sinners, and sprinkling it before the veil separating the holy from the most holy place. But once a year on the Day of Atonement, the high priest alone entered the most holy place to cleanse the sanctuary. He entered with the blood of the bull and goat allotted for a sin offering for the people, and sprinkled it on the mercy seat which was above the ark of the covenant, containing the tables of stone upon which was written the law of God. See Leviticus 16 for details. When he had finished making atonement for the sanctuary, he then takes the live scapegoat and confesses upon it all the sins of Israel, and by the hands of a strong man, the goat is taken away into the wilderness. Whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted on that selfsame day shall be cut off from his people. Leviticus 23 verse 29. This was Judgment Day for ancient Israel, and was a shadow of what would take place beginning in the year 1844, when the judgment hour is come, when the 2,300 prophetic days elapsed, and the heavenly sanctuary would be cleansed. Jesus, after his resurrection, ascended to heaven and started ministering in the first apartment of the heavenly sanctuary, that is the holy place, pleading his blood before his Father for the sins of penitent believers who had followed him there by faith. But in 1844, as high priest, he moved to the most holy place to do the last work of atonement, that of cleansing the sanctuary, by removing the record of sins from the books of heaven of penitent believers. Daniel was shown in vision this event. He says, "As I looked, thrones were set in place, and the Ancient of Days took his seat. His clothing was as white as snow. The hair of his head was white as wool. His throne was flaming with fire, and its wheels were all ablaze. 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The court was seated and the books were open." Daniel 7, 9 and 10. He continues, "In my vision at night I looked, and there before me was one like the Son of Man, coming with the clouds of heaven. He approached the Ancient of Days and was led into his presence." Daniel 7, verse 13. Thus Jesus, the Son of Man, in 1844, came to his Father, the Ancient of Days, in the most holy place, not to earth, to receive dominion and glory and a kingdom which will be given him at the close of his work as mediator. Verse 13. In this investigative judgment, only the cases of professed Christians are considered, starting with those that are dead and finishing with the living. The judgment of the wicked is a separate and later event, for judgment is to begin with God's household. 1 Peter 4, verse 17. With regard to the scapegoat, the prophet says, while the sin offering pointed to Christ as a sacrifice, and the high priest represented Christ as a mediator, the scapegoat typified Satan, the author of sin, upon whom the sins of the truly penitent will finally be placed. When the high priest, by virtue of the blood of the sin offering, removed the sins from the sanctuary, he placed them upon the scapegoat. When Christ, by virtue of his own blood, removes the sins of his people from the heavenly sanctuary, at the close of his ministration, he will place them upon Satan, who in the execution of the judgment must bear the final penalty. The scapegoat was sent away into a land not inhabited, never to come into the congregation of Israel. So will Satan be forever banished from the presence of God and his people, and he will be blotted from existence in the final destruction of sin and sinners. Ellen G. White, The Great Controversy, 1888, page 422.